With great sadness, we announce the loss of our beloved Jesusa Sonora Poe, whom many of you know as Susan Roces. She passed away peacefully on a Friday evening, May 20, 2022, surrounded by love and warmth with her daughter Grace, her nephews Joseph and Jeffrey, and many of her family and close friends. She lived life fully and gracefully. Remember her in her beauty, warmth, and kindness. She is now with the Lord and her beloved Ronnie, FPJ. We will miss her sorely, but we celebrate the life well lived. Susan Roces, daughter, mother, grandmother, a true Filipina and a national treasure. Philippine film icon Susan Roces, whose star career spanned 70 years and who has remained active until recently, has passed away. She was 80. Jesusa Purificacion Levi Sonora Poe, or Susan Roces, the queen of Philippine movies, just passed away. This is sad. Eternal rest to her soul, and may perpetual light shine upon her. Susan Roces for Boy Abundas Inside the Cinema.
Tita Susan, one day all of us will be at the pearly gates and God is there. God is there waiting for you. What do you think God will tell you?
I hope he will say, you did your job well.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Rest in peace to the beautiful Miss Susan Roces, the loving Lola Flora of Carlo Dalisay, of FPJ's Ang Probinsyano. Rest in peace to the queen of Philippine movies and to our very own Lola Flora from FPJFP, Miss Susan Roces. She was 80 years old. To live in the hearts we leave behind is not to die. Thomas Campbell. The queen of Philippine movies lives on. Maraming salamat po, Susan Roces. Rest in peace. May you find rest in paradise. Rest in peace, Susan Roces. Veteran actress Susan Roces has passed away, according to columnist OOTD. She was 80 years old. Senator Grace Poe confirms the passing of her mother, Susan Roces. Rest in peace to the queen of Philippine movies and to our very own Lola Flora from FPJAP, Miss Susan Roces. I'm sure you're happy that you're together again with the king. Rest in peace, Miss Susan Roces. You will always be remembered. We love you infinitely. Hashtag Lola Henya, walang hanggan. Ma, patay na si Susan Roces. Hindi ba fake news? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the world we now live in, where every news needs to be verified. In the words of the late Susan Roces, hashtag, wag mahihiyang magtanong kung fake news ba ito. Hashtag, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Susan Roces. You will always be remembered. Thank you for all your contribution on Philippine cinema. Nakakagulat. Susan Roces started her acting career in 1952 via the flick Mga Bituin ng Kinabukasan, and since then starred in a plethora of movies, giving her the title Queen of Philippine Movies. She will be missed sa Pinilakang Tabing. First photo, Susan Roces and Amalia Fuentes. Second photo, Susan Roces and FPJ. FPJ stands for Fernando Poe Jr.
Ikaw ba'y nawala ng isang mahal sa'yo?
Ang kamatayan ay hindi nangangahulugan ng katapusan ng lahat. Iyan ay simula lamang ng buhay na walang hanggan.
Rest in peace, Miss Susan Roces. I'm still shocked as of the moment. We will be missing you, Manang Henya. Susan Roces was still active in television. The type of longevity she had is rare in the business. A huge loss in Philippine movies and TV. Rest in paradise, Miss Susan Roces. Now you are in a better place with your loving husband, FPJ. And the dust returns to the earth as it was, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. So long, Miss Susan Roces. Some of her most memorable films are suspense thrillers like Patayin Mo sa Sindak si Barbara, Maligno, and Florinda. The film that was actually considered a Susan Roces career breakthrough as a serious dramatic actress was her performance in the title role Maruha. On her role as Maruha, telephone conversation with Susan Roces, image credited on the description box. It was all to give up trying to contact Susan Roces. Dahil for solid weeks I had been trying to reach her, pero she was so enmeshed in meeting the deadline sa So Happy Together. At alin sa dalawa, siya'y wala ng tulog every time I got her telephone number. Hanggang sa mahagip ko rin siya on the opening day of her picture when she stars opposite Romano Castelvi for the first time. Ipinaliwanag niyang it had been a hectic 2 weeks for her. Ang totoo, she finished the picture 3 days before, but there was the premiere night to attend to. Naturally, I asked eagerly kung yan ang kasayahan na nakita niyang kasama si Ronnie po. Tumango siya pero she did not pursue the subject matter further. Mas interesado naman ako kay Susan at sa kanyang naging role sa Maruha na likha ni Mars Ravilo. She had heard about the story from fans even as late as 8 months ago. Sinabi nila na sinubaybayan nila ang wonderful love story in the Filipino comics, and they thought it was just perfect for her. They told her that she was Maruha to them. It sounded interesting, but Susan considered it as papuri ng kanyang mga tagahanga. Gusto nila ang istorya and they envisioned their own idol in the title role. Di kawasay tumanggap siya ng personal letter mula sa author himself, Mars Ravilo. He had been receiving offers from different movie companies buying the story rights to Maruha, but he always asked who the leading lady would be. He insisted on approving the stars of the picture kung ito'y isa sa pelikula. The producers always think him a bit unrealistic, lalo't hihingi niyang si Susan ang gumanap ng pangunahing papel. Marami sa kanila ang nag-akala na they could not afford Susan, pagkat ito'y maring exclusive ng FPJ. It got to a point that Mars felt Susan should know about this fuss going on about his story. Sinabi niya kung sa FPJ ito gumagawa ng pelikula, he was willing to let her have the story for free if it did not make money, but he wanted to prove his point that whoever is the inspiration for a story would make box office history for that story. Ravilo was not hypocritical about wanting to make money, but, and this is a big but, he values his integrity more as a writer, and he refuses to make compromise on its vital points. Nasa isip niya si Susan sa istorya, and he would not have anybody else kahit na walang bumili niyon sa kanya. This left Susan in a quandary. Gusto niya ang istorya, karangalan niya ang gumanap sa pangunahing papel, pero marami siyang picture commitments, hindi lamang sa FPJ kundi maging sa ibang kumpanya. Maybe Susan and Ronnie are special friends, but Susan being Susan, her career is an entirely different thing. Hindi siya kailanman nagmungkahi sa kanyang producers kung anong istorya ang dapat isa pelikula. Kaya hindi niya malaman ang isasagot kay Mars, ni hindi niya alam ang dapat sabihin. Fortunately for Susan, Mrs. Emilia Blas of Leia Productions had bought the story from Mars sa pangakong gagawin ang lahat ng makakaya sa casting nito sa pelikula. Typically, Mrs. Blas, she talked to one movie star after another, but like Mars, she found herself looking forward to the day when Susan can do the movie. Patuloy sa pagsulat ang mga tagahanga kay Susan. Siya mismo ay sumubaybay na sa istorya. It was the perfect role for the Queen of Philippine Movies today. 3 buwan pa ang nakaraan, ipinahayag ng Sunday papers na si Susan Roces ang tiyakang gaganap na Maruha. Mrs. Blas was able to contact Susan through Melly Cruz. Susan would be available for a September playdate, and considering the preparation she would like to undertake for this movie, it was just perfect. Si Director Armando de Guzman, kilala sa kahusayan sa dramatic opus, ang napiling magdirehe. Si Romeo Vasquez ang gaganap ng pangunang papel na lalaki. Sa papel na Rosano at Helen, pinalagda sina Luis Gonzalez at Perla Bautista. Isa siyang powerhouse cast, and no one would ask for more. Susan recalled, I was only making Viva Ranchera nung una kong narinig ang istorya. No wonder it intrigued me. Pero I was being tapped for musical comedies left and right. Wala akong pagkakataong sabihin sa producers na bilhin ang nabanggit na drama. I am never one to ask directly for any story. I only discuss what is offered to me. At first I thought I might have to give it up because I might not meet the playdate. It almost saddened me, but fortunately, Mrs. Blas realized that I wanted to do my best for the picture, that there would be no half-assed job for me, and decided on its September playdate. This is a beautiful story and I want to do justice by it. Isa rin itong test sa movie-going public. Kung maihihiwalay natin ang personalidad ng artista sa pelikula sa tunay na buhay, it can be heartbreaking at times. At sa pelikulang ito, I hope we can achieve this end. Mayroon na ngayong 2 taon mula nang kaming nagtambal ni Romeo. Kaya iniisip kong the fans should be just as eager to see us together in a movie. Susan was her usual candid self, viewing her career with a detached air. Even as her fans insist on making her live her real life on the screen, Susan the professional strives to vary her personality and to lead a separate life off the screen for her own peace of mind. I know Maruha is an intense personality. I know her too well dahil sinundan ko ang kasaysayan. I think I can feel her life na inaasahan kong mabibigyang buhay ko sa puting tabing. I'll keep my fingers crossed in the meantime, sabi niya when asked about her hopes and preparation for this new role. The fans, the producers, and the moviegoers like me are all looking forward sa pagsasapelikula ng dakilang kasaysayang ito ng pag-ibig, na muling i-consider na one of the greatest challenges to Susan's movie career. By Tina Cruzet.